So, hey y'all, good morning. I'm trying some new stuff with these videos. So that little clip entrance that you heard was a song called Bittersweet Symphony. The band that wrote that song is the Verve. It is from one of my favorite films, which is, oh my God, it's like, whoo! Literally just went out my brain that quickly. So I'm gonna keep talking until I can remember the name of this movie. And what makes it really sad is I can sit up here and I can quote it. I can tell you the name of the Cruel Intentions. That's the movie that this song is from, Cruel Intentions, because I was literally about to say Dangerous Liaisons, which is the name of the book and the name of alternate movies about it, which I kind of sort of am. I watched Dangerous Liaisons last night, so I'm kind of on that kick more than Cruel Intentions, but that has nothing to do with this video. But the song Bittersweet Symphony actually has a lot to do with this video. For those who've never heard the song before, literally they just talk about how life is like a bittersweet symphony. One of my favorite lines is, "You try to make ends meet, you're a slave to money, and then you die." Like, that sounds so dark, but if we sit up here and we think about the capitalistic society that we live in, that's pretty much spot on. Again, you know, we spend a lot of our time, and when I say our time, I'm not talking about, I am coming from the stance of an American citizen that is over the age of 18. Go ahead and put that out there, because we do live in a world where everybody feels like they're being excluded. But then when you speak about generalities and everybody's like, oh, well, that's not me. So I'm just speaking generally from an American citizen over the age of 18. We live in a capitalistic society, so our society is ran off of money. Ain't no problem with that. Well, backtrack. There doesn't have to be a problem with that. But this is not even a political video. But really, I just want to talk about how we have to make sure, and this is me talking to me, to be honest with you, that we are not becoming a slave to money, that we are not becoming a slave to capitalism, that we're not becoming a slave to our jobs. And I'm not saying that in an anarchy sense of things. I'm saying that in a do not lose yourself building somebody else's dream sense. If that makes sense, you know. If I said nobody has ever called me a workaholic, I would be lying through my teeth. I have regrets in my life due to the fact that I have missed out on things because I was working. And I'm sitting up here about to be 38 years old in a couple months, and I'm looking back on my life, and yeah, I can sit up here and I can give y'all, oh, I was a teacher, I've been an athletic trainer, I've been a massage therapist, I've worked in the financial industry, I've been I've done a lot of things. And I can say I have 2 master's degrees. I can say I'm licensed in this, I'm certified in that. I can say all of those things, but when I sit down and I try to think about what I can say about me, it's a little bit tougher. And I feel like that's because I've spent so much of my adulthood trying to appease one institution or another, to do things the right way. And I'm going to constantly right way this way, because anybody that's had a conversation with me over the last 6 months understands how I feel about the right way right about now. But going through trying to do things the right way, and I'm sitting up here and I'm 38 years old, and I'm looking at what I desired for myself in my life and where I'm at now, and I am not anywhere where I thought I would be, where I want to be. And I'm not even just talking about what my bank account looks like or what my career looks like. I'm talking about my freaking life. What does my life look like? And that's what I think we all need to start looking at a little bit. I'm not saying, okay, everybody quit your jobs, ain't nobody going to work no more. Not saying that. But what I'm saying is I've been married for about 20 years now. and I don't have a man. Because I've been married to my jobs. I've been married to my work. My kids were literally my kids. Like, I didn't birth anybody, but my life, what I thought my life was my job. I was married to my job. That was my husband. That's what told me what to do. That's who I submitted to. And then my children that I had to take care of were, in my case specifically, literally children that I had to take care of that I did not birth. And I don't regret anything about my life, but I do wish that I wasn't so married to my job. I would still be dedicated to my athletes and my patients because that's just who I am. I'm a healer. I'm empathetic. I take care of people. That's what I do. I get it from my mama. Heck, I get it from my daddy too. Like, they just take care of people in a different way. My daddy just kind of, you know, the whole military thing. But, taking care of people is fine with me, but I wasn't taking care of me. And that's where the problem comes in. It wasn't necessarily that I have a problem taking care of people or being there for folks. It's when you're there so much for everybody else and you're not there at all for you, and you end up going by the wayside. And I went through hell and high water. And I'm not saying that hell and high water ain't coming back, but what I am saying is that I've been through it and I haven't had to go through it. And it took a conversation last week with a friend of mine, thank you Divinity, to point that out. It's hard when you're going against the grain, and I've been going against my grain, trying to go with the grain of other people. And going against the grain is not always bad. It's when you go against your grain, because then you're just thrown off. You don't know what's going on. You don't know up from down, left, right. You just don't know. And so that's where that song Bittersweet Symphony like really resonates with me, and I think everybody should check it out. There's some controversy behind the song, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you can look that up too. Again, Bittersweet Symphony by the Verve. But this life can be a bittersweet symphony, or we can make it an amazing composition. Like, we can make the most beautiful music in the world, and it doesn't have to be bittersweet, because bittersweet's not always a good thing. As a matter of fact, can we talk about the word bittersweet and how people kind of try to play bittersweet like it's a good thing? I don't like bittersweet. I don't want anything to be bittersweet. Like, oh, well, it's bittersweet because at least we got to spend time together. No! I want it sweet. If I wanted bitter, I would have bitter. If I want sweet, I want sweet. I don't want bittersweet. That don't even sound right. And we are not going to go down the savory sweet road. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing the grits and sugar talk. I'm just saying I don't like the word bittersweet. That's what I'm saying. So, this video, once again, has gone longer than I anticipated, as I am waiting for the lady with the keys. But I did want to come holla at y'all. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've posted a video, and, well, that is something that was very much divine. And I will make another video about that, a little bit later, but I will holla at y'all next time.